Hello dear students, welcome to Konar classes. Today we will continue our discussion on integration by partial fractions, and this is part 2 of our session. The part 1, please have a look into it, in which we had discussed about the integration of the form px plus q by x minus a into x minus b. Now dear students, so today we are going to discuss that the other categories one by one. So if you find our integration is of the form of px plus q by x minus a whole square, okay, then how to perform that integration, that we are going to see. Okay, so for px plus q by x minus a whole square, that we should express as a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. Okay, because there is a x minus a whole square, that is why first we write capital A, which is a real constant, divided by x minus a plus another real constant capital B by x minus a whole square, because as it is there in the left hand side, x minus a whole square. Let us see by means of an example, dear students. Okay, so let me take this example of integration 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square, for example. Okay, 3x minus 1 by x plus 2 whole square dx. This is the integration given to us. So then what is the partial fractions? How we can express the partial fraction? So we will write here is that 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square, that we should write it as a by x plus 2, correct, plus b by x plus 2 complete whole square. This is the way we can express the partial fractions of 3x minus 1 by x plus 2 whole square. After that, what we are going to get, dear students, is that, so if we multiply both sides by x plus 2 whole square, then in the left hand side we get 3x minus 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b, correct. Now x plus 2 cannot be equal to 0, so you can write it here, since x plus 2 cannot be equal to 0, because dear students, if x plus 2 is equal to 0, then the question doesn't make sense. Something by 0 dx doesn't make sense. So from here, what is our target? Our target is to find the value of a and b. So multiple ways we can do it, means there are primarily two ways we can do it. In the left hand side it is 3x minus 1. In the right hand side we can write is that ax plus 2a plus b. In the right hand side, dear students, we expressed the right hand side expression as a into the x into the coefficient of a plus the constant term. And as you know, dear students, that we discussed in the previous session also, that this is an identity. What you see, this is an identity. So in an identity, the coefficient of x in the left hand side should be equal to the coefficient of x in the right hand side. That means 3 should be equal to a, correct. And also the coefficient, the constant term in the left hand side, that is minus 1, should be equal to the constant term in the right hand side, that is 2a plus b. So what we can write, dear students, from here? From here, what we can write is that, so this implies that a is equal to 3, a is equal to 3, and 2a plus b equal to minus 1. 2a plus b equal to minus 1. Now we already know the value of a equal to 3. So this implies 2 into 3, that is 2 into 3 plus b is equal to minus 1. So that implies b is equal to minus 7. So we get the value of a is equal to 3 and b is equal to minus 7, correct. Now what we will do, dear students, so we will apply this value here, a is equal to 3 and b is equal to minus 7, and let's see what we are going to get out of it. Okay, so instead of, so here I can write it down, okay. So as we found the value of a and b as 3 and minus 7 respectively, so we can now proceed something like this. So this implies that 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square is equal to 3 into 1 by x plus 2, correct, minus 7 into 1 by x plus 2 complete whole square. Now if we perform the integration of both the sides, so integration of 3x minus 1 dx divided by x plus 2 whole square, so that should be equal to integration of dx, because we know that we can take the constant 3 out of the integration, and similarly minus 7 into integration of dx by x plus 2 whole square. Dear students, we know that dx by x plus 2 should be equal to 3 into log mod x plus 2, correct? We have done many times earlier, okay. If someone is looking into this video for the first time, you can look into my previous session to know that how come integration of dx is equal to minus 7 into integration of dx by x plus 2 is equal to log of mod x plus 2. Okay, now let's look into by the way, as we complete this integration, let us keep one integrating constant c1. Now let us concentrate to integrate that dx by x plus 2 whole square. Okay, so let me do it here. Integration dx by x plus 2 whole square. Okay, so what we should assume, so many of you, okay, can do it immediately, but here I'm just making by means of evaluating this integration by means of substitution, so that you can feel comfortable. But many of you, those who have looked into my previous videos and made some good amount of practice, can directly write what is the value of this integration. So what we will do, we will do that let x plus 2 is equal to t. Then what we get, dear students, dx equal to dt. So that means this integration become dt divided by t square. That means what? Integration of t to the power minus 2 dt. That is equal to what? T to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 integrating constant c2. So that implies what, dear students? So we get minus, so minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So it is in the denominator, but we bring into the numerator, no problem. And t to the power minus 1, that means minus 1 by t plus c2. Now let us replace the value of t, that is x plus 2. So we get here minus 1 divided by x plus 2 plus c2. This is the value of this integration. Okay, so what we can write here, dear students? So we can write that minus 7. Okay, so for this one we can write minus 7 into minus 1 divided by x plus 2 plus c2. So then what is the value of this integration we are getting, dear students? So 3 log mod x plus 2. Okay, then minus 7 into minus 1 becomes plus 7. So plus 7 divided by x plus 2. Okay, then c1 minus 7 into c2 we can join together. That means c1 minus 7 c2 we can consider as a integrating constant capital C. So we can write that where c is equal to c1 minus 7 c2. So this is the value of the integration, dear students. Okay, I hope you got a very clear idea. So dear students, so whenever you get a form of integration like this, that px plus q by x minus a whole square, then your target should be to write a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square, the way we have done it here. Okay, and find the value of first you find the value of this real constant capital A capital B. After that we apply that value and perform that integration, because performing integration of this type is very easy. Okay, so that's why we have done in this manner. Okay, now let's look into the different categories, dear students. So if you look into these categories, that where the numerator is a quadratic polynomial and the denominator is a cubic polynomial, but it has been expressed as a product of three linear factors, that is x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. Then how we should write? We should write capital A by x minus a plus capital B by x minus b plus capital C by x minus c. Then you perform that the multiplication and use the same procedure what we have used now and in the previous session to find the value of capital A, capital B and capital C. Once you find the values of this real constant capital A, capital B, capital C, perform integration, very easy. Integration of dx by x minus a is what? Log of mod x minus a. Integration of dx by x minus b is log of mod x minus b, and integration of dx by x minus c is equal to log of mod x minus c. In the similar manner, if you look into this fourth category, here you see the numerator is a quadratic polynomial but denominator is a cubic polynomial, but the way it has been expressed is that it is x minus a whole square into x minus b. Not directly like this, that the product of three linear factors. It is not. Here it is a product of x minus a whole square, that is actually a quadratic expression and a linear expression. Then if you see here, dear students, so it is something like this, that second category, px plus q by x minus a whole square. At that time whatever we have done, capital A by x minus a plus capital B by x minus a whole square. So here we use the similar concept. Here we write capital A by x minus a plus capital B by x minus a whole square. Now x minus b is left, so that's why capital C by x minus b. Correct? Question here is that, so integration of x square plus x plus 1, x square plus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 into x square plus 1 into x square plus 1. First you look at the question and see that which category it belongs. Okay, the most important part is that to find the category, so that category will help you to express that category will help you to express in the partial fractions in proper manner. So if we look at this, the given integration, and we see that that is coming into the fifth category, in where the numerator is a quadratic polynomial like px square plus qx plus r, which is here x square plus x plus 1. Means if we compare with px square plus qx plus r with x square plus x plus 1, p, q, r all are equal to 1. And in the denominator it is x minus a into x square plus bx plus c. So x minus a is just equivalent to x plus 2, and x square plus bx plus c, there is a condition that x square plus bx plus c should not be factorized further. Here also you see that x square plus 1, which is equivalent to x square plus bx plus c, in which c is equal to 1 and b is equal to 0, and x square plus 1 is not possible to factorize further. So then what we should do? Our first thing should be to express x square plus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 into x square plus 1. Okay, that is equal to, what you should write first? First is it a by x minus a, that is x minus a, but in our case it is x plus 2. So you should write capital A divided by x plus 2. Okay, now plus bx plus c. Okay, so what we should write here? Plus bx plus c divided by x square plus bx plus c, which is equivalent to x square plus 1. Correct? So you should write here x square plus 1. Clearly understood? That is the most important part. Integration will be very easy. The most important part is that in which category of partial fractions we are expressing. Once it is done, our next step is to find the value of capital A, capital B, capital C. So how we can do this thing? So let's multiply both sides of this identity by x plus 2 into x square plus 1. So in the left hand side, what we will get, dear students? So left hand side we will get x square plus x plus 1. And in the right hand side, what we will get is that a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x plus 2. Okay. So you can write in the bracket is that since x plus 2 into x square plus 1 is not equal to 0. Since x plus 2 into x square plus 1 is not equal to 0. So now, dear students, so what we get is that there are two processes. As I mentioned, there are two ways you can find the value of capital A, capital B, capital C. The first one is that we can apply the value of x, because this is an identity. It will be true for any value of x, any real value of x, and in that way you can find it out. Or you can apply if equate the coefficient of the like terms in both the sides of this identity, and you can you can make use of both these methods possible. We have first what we need to do, dear students, is that we need to find the value of a. We can very efficiently find the value of a if we apply the value of x equal to minus 2. If we apply that x equal to minus 2, the entire expression will be 0. Correct or not? We will left with this one. So let's apply the value of x equal to minus 2. So if we apply that value of x is equal to minus 2, so what we are going to get? Minus 2 whole square in the left hand side, minus 2 whole square plus minus 2 plus 1 is equal to, in the right hand side, a into minus 2 whole square. Minus 2 whole square is 4 plus 1 plus that entire expression bx plus c into minus 2 plus 2, that is 0. So what we get? That is 0. You understood? X is equal to minus 2. If we apply x is equal to minus 2, so minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So 0 multiplied with any expressions will be 0. Done. Then, dear students, what we are going to get here is that minus 2 whole square is 4. 4 minus 2 plus 1 is equal to 5 into a. So now 4 minus 2, that is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we get the value of, so we get 3 is equal to 5 into a, and eventually we find the value of a is equal to 3 by 5. So we find the value of a is equal to 3 by 5. Correct? Done. So we found the value of a. Now we left with to find the value of b and c. What we can do, dear students, is that let us look into the identity. Okay, this identity, let's look into it and let's process further with this identity just by multiplication. So what we'll get here, dear students, so we get this implies x square plus x plus 1, left hand side as it is, right hand side is see that it will be, so let me express once more. So a into x square plus a into x square plus a plus b into x square plus 2 into b into x plus c into x plus 2 into c. So what we get? So we get is that in the left hand side, let's write as it is, x square plus x plus 1, and in the right hand side, what are the, we club together the x square terms. X square terms is a into x square and b into x square. So it will be capital A plus capital B into x square. Now we will club together that x. So 2bx plus cx. So what we can write is that plus 2b plus c into x. and then it comes the constant term, that is capital A plus 2c. So what we get is that here capital A plus 2 into c. Now what we can do, dear students, here is that if you look at the coefficient of x square in the left hand side, which is 1, so we can write it as the 1, okay. That coefficient of x square in the left hand side, which is 1, is equal to the coefficient of x square in the right hand side. So that means that 1 should be equal to a plus b. We already find the value of a plus b. We already found the value of a, that is 3 by 5. So b should be very easy. Now we are left with we should not concentrate on finding this one. We should look into the constant term. So we already found the value of a, okay. Now let's complete this one. So what we can write here is that, so coefficient of x square in the left hand side is 1 and coefficient of x square in the right hand side is a plus b. So what we can write here, dear students? So we can write that a plus b is equal to 1. So this implies b should be equal to 1 minus a, and what is the value of a? Is 3 by 5. So that is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5. 1 minus 3 by 5 means what, dear students? That is equal to 2 by 5. So from here we get the value of b is equal to 2 by 5. So we found the value of b. We found the value of a, we found the value of b. Now what we left with? To find the value of c. So for that there are two things we can do. Is that we can equate the coefficient of x in both the sides, or we can equate the constant term in both the sides. So what is the, I take the constant term. So if I take the constant term in the left hand side is 1, which should be equal to the constant term in the right hand side, that is a plus 2c. So what, dear students? That a plus 2c should be equal to 1. So what we get? A plus 2c should be equal to 1. That implies 2c should be equal to 1 minus a. 1 minus a means what? We already found 1 minus 3 by 5, that is equal to 2 by 5. That is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5, that is equal to 2 by 5. So 2c equal to 2 by 5. So what we get, dear students? That 2c is equal to 2 by 5. That implies c is equal to 1 by 5. C is equal to 1 by 5. Correct? So we found the value of a 3 by 5, b 2 by 5 and c 1 by 5. All we need to do is that apply the value here and perform that integration. Okay, so now let's proceed. So what we should do here is that I will clean this part to perform the further steps. Okay, so let me clean this part. We already found the value of a. Okay, a, b and c. Okay. Okay, so let me write the value of ABC and after that we will proceed. Okay. So this implies x square plus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 into x square plus 1, that is equal to a. What is the value of a? A is equal to 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 into 1 by x plus 2, correct? Plus, what is bx? B is equal to 2 by 5 into x. So 2 by 5 into x plus c. C is equal to what? 1 by 5 divided by x square plus 1. Correct? So now we can clean this portion as we already applied the value of ABC, and let's proceed further. Okay, so what we can get here, dear students? So this implies x square plus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 into x square plus 1 is equal to, we get 3 by 5 into 1 by x plus 2, okay, plus 2 by 5. So what we can write is that so that is equal to, what we can write, dear students, is that 2 by 5 into x. So that we get here is that we can write 2 by 5, so, or we can write this is equal to 1 by 5 into 2x by x square plus 1 plus 1 by 5 into 1 by x square plus 1. Correct, dear students? Okay, now what we can do, dear students, is that we are going to perform the integration. So if you want to perform the integration, so here it is integration x square plus x plus 1 dx. So that is equal to 3 by 5 into 1 into dx, that is dx, plus integration 1. So all these constants we can take outside of the integration. So that is equal to 2x dx, and here also integration 1, it is dx. Now performing integration of the left hand side is nothing but performing integration of all these individuals one. It is quite simple, very easy. Okay, so what we can write here, dear students, so we can write the integration what we need to perform, what is given to us, this one, that is x square plus x plus 1 dx by x plus 2 into x square plus 1. If we assume this as I, then it is actually I is equal to 3 by 5 into I1 plus 1 by 5 into I2 plus 1 by 5 into, you know, I3. Okay, so what is the value of I1? So let us mark it. So integration dx by x plus 2, that is nothing but I1. So this is I1. Okay, so integration 2x by x square plus 1, that is nothing but I2. Okay, and integration dx by x square plus 1, that is actually I3. Correct? So now let's concentrate on finding the value of I1, I2, I3, and finally we will apply the value there. Okay, so how to find the value of I1? So what is I1? I1 is equal to integration dx by x plus 2. We have done this kind of integration many a times. Okay, so I am not doing it here again. So that should be equal to log of mod x plus 2 plus integrating constant c1. So that is equal to log of mod x plus 2 plus c1. Okay, now let's concentrate on finding the value of I2. Okay, so I2, that should be equal to integration, you know, 2x dx divided by x square plus 1. Okay, that is also quite, you know, straightforward. You already are aware of the method of substitution. So you take x square plus 1, let me do it in rough. Okay, if you take that, let x square plus 1 is equal to t, that implies what? 2x dx is equal to dt. So if we apply here, 2x dx become dt by t. So dt by t means what? Log of mod t plus another integrating constant c2. So that we can write is that is equal to log of mod t plus c2. Now we should apply the value of t. T is equal to x square plus 1. So from here what we get, the value of I2, the value of I2 is equal to log of mod x square plus 1 plus c2. c2 is integrating constant. Okay, so we found the value of I1. Here we found the value of I1. So I1 we got is equal to log of mod x plus 2 plus c1, where c1 is integrating constant. So we found the value of I1, we found the value of I2, then find the value of I3 is very simple. Okay, so use the same color. Okay, so what is I3? I3 is equal to integration dx by x square plus 1. Dear students, if you recall that integration dx by x square plus a square, so from here you can write that is equal to tan inverse x plus integrating constant c3. So we get the value of I3 is equal to tan inverse x plus c3. So we write here that I3 is equal to tan inverse x plus c3, where c3 is integrating constant. Now dear students, all you need to do is that apply the value of I1, I2 and I3 in this equation. Okay, let's do this thing and we will be done. So let me clean this portion of this board. Okay, and so dear students, so what we are going to get here is that, so this implies I is nothing but this one, integration of x square plus x plus 1 dx divided by x plus 2 into x square plus 1 is equal to 3 by 5 into I1. So that is equal to 3 by 5 into log of mod x plus 2 plus c1, correct, plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 into I2, that is equal to 1 by 5 into log, okay, mod x square plus 1 plus c2 plus 1 by 5 into I3 plus 1 by 5 into I3. I3 is nothing but tan inverse of x plus integrating constant c3. So what you can do, dear students, all you can do is that I can clean this portion because we already apply the value of I1, I2, I3. So from here what we get is that these are all added together. So from here I can write 3 by 5 into log mod x plus 2 plus 1 by 5 into log mod x square plus 1 plus 1 by 5 into tan inverse x. So you can write 3 by 5 into log mod x plus 2, okay, plus 1 by 5 into log mod x square plus 1 plus tan inverse x, log mod x square plus 1 plus tan inverse x plus 3 by 5 into c1, 1 by 5 into c2 plus 1 by 5 into c3. We can join together and make one constant called c. So we can write where c is equal to 3 by 5 into c1 plus 1 by 5 into c2, 1 by 5 into c2 plus 1 by 5 into c3. So this is the value of the given integration, dear students. Okay, so this is the value of the, or we can write it here also. Okay, so we can write it here. So the value of the integration what we get here is equal to 3 by 5 into log mod x plus 2 plus 1 by 5 into log mod x square plus 1, okay, plus tan inverse x plus integrating constant c. So dear students, apparently it may look like that lengthy, okay, yes, it is little lengthy, but all you need to do is that follow the steps, one by one steps, that's it. First thing is that to find the value of this real constant, capital A, capital B, capital C, and for that you need to express in this form, which form it is coming into. After that, find the value of capital A, capital B, capital C, using the procedure we have already explained, and then perform the integration. With this note, I would like to conclude the session here. Please do let me know how you find these lectures, and we will have our next session shortly. Till then, thank you very much. Take care.